Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we will look top 10 anime where the main character is overpowered but pretends to be weak. But before we start the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button as it really encourages us to make more interesting videos. Number 10. The devil is a part-timer.
バカ野郎！履歴書だってタダじゃねえんだぞ！
Here is an awesome isekai anime where the main character is a particularly powerful individual known as the Demon Lord Satan, who begins vanquishing Ante Isla with his massive evil spirit armed forces. Nonetheless, her efforts to deal with the landmass come to a halt for the hero Emilia as she embarks on this journey. The fiend is being restrained by forcing him to enter the human world through a dimensional portal. After being abandoned in Tokyo, the devil vows to return to Ante Isla and complete his course. Satan works at McDonald's under the guise of a human named Sadomawi. He quickly realizes that his goal of winning Ante Isla is insufficient. Number 9. Devilman Crybaby.
テストは死んだな。
俺は最初から諦めてた。
Devilman Crybaby is one of those excellent anime series that tells the stories of immortal devils characters who are unable to take on human form without the help of a living host. They can, however, defeat the demon and use their strength to harness its power, transforming into a devilman. Akira Fudo has always had a bleeding heart despite his quiet demeanor. So, when his childhood friend Ryo Asuka asks for his assistance in locating devils, Akira gladly accepts. However, Akira is surprised to learn that the location they visit is Sabbath, an immortal party of debauchery and degeneracy. Demons possesses the partygoers, turning them into grotesque monsters and wreaking havoc in the midst of bloodshed and death. In the last-ditch effort to save his best friend, Akira unwittingly merges with the devil Amon and gains the power to defeat the remaining demons as a devilman. The new partnership awakens an insatiable and primal part of Akira, despite the fact that it gives him great power. As a result, Akira collaborates with Ryo to eliminate those who harm humanity and his loved ones. Number 8. Strike the Blood. This good anime comes from Silver Link Studio and tells the story of Koju Akatsuki, a high school student in the demon district of Itogami Island, whose days as an ordinary high school student come to an abrupt end after a fateful encounter endows him with the remarkable abilities of an immortal vampire. It doesn't take long for him to become the center of attention when it's revealed that he is the fourth primogenitor, an incredibly powerful vampire whose most people dismiss as a legend. Fearing Koju's destructive potential, the Lion King organization sends in Yukina Himuragi, an apprentice sword shaman, to keep an eye on him and, if he becomes a threat, to kill the world's most powerful vampire. As Koju comes to terms with his abilities and they both struggle to protect the city from various emerging chaotic forces, the two are forced together by circumstance and form an unlikely alliance. Number 7. By the Grace of the God.
たくさん
もうじきグレルフロッグの大量発生の時期だというのは
Royce by the Grace of the Gods is a Japanese light novel series, but they were late in delivering this novel's anime series. The main episode, which premiered on October 4th, 2020, was a massive success. Ryoma Takibayashi is a character in this anime. He was tenacious, unassuming, and strong, and he died from sniffling. God reincarnated him as a long-term kid in an otherworldly existence where he could make the most of his life after he died. He was also given powers and manual by God. He then finds himself in the middle of nowhere. He was afraid of the city, so he chose to live in the woods, learning magic and other skills from the book that God had given him. In the meantime, he became a sludge researcher after joining Ooze. After 3 years of chasing in the woods, he met some incredible people. They become his friends and accompany him to the city where he can live as he pleases. Number 6. Monogatari Series. Apparitions, oddities, and gods continue to manifest around the immortal main character Koyomi Araragi and his close-knit group of friends in the Monogatari anime series. Shinobu Oshino, the resident donut-loving vampire, athletic deviant Suruga Kanbaru, bite-happy spirit Mayoi Hachikuji, Koyomi's cutesy stalker Nadeku Sengoku, and Hitagi Senjogahara, the poignant Tsunere. Monogatari anime series, second season, is about these people and their struggle to overcome the darkness that is closing in on them. With graduation looming over Araragi, a new semester has begun, and he must quickly decide which paths he will take, as well as which relationships and friends he will save. However, Araragi is nowhere to be found as strange events unfold and vicious tiger apparition has appeared in his place. Hanekawa has become its prey, and she must fend for herself or submit to the creature's view of humanity's frailty. If you are enjoying this video and are interested in more anime videos, then don't forget to like this video and subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Number 5. Hellsing Ultimate. To begin with, Hellsing is a vampire action anime that follows creatures of darkness and evil who terrorize the night, devouring any human unfortunate enough to fall into their clutches. Hellsing is a group dedicated to eradicating the supernatural forces that pose a threat to humanity. However, the main character of the Hellsing anime is a vampire named Alucard, who is immortal, overpowered, and one of the best anime characters of all time. As an exterminator for Hellsing, Alucard must battle not only monsters but all those who stand in Hellsing's way, whether good or evil. With Sarah's Victoria by his side, Alucard must battle not only monsters but all those who stand in Hellsing's way, whether good or evil. As a result, Hellsing Ultimate demonstrates that appearances aren't always what they seem, and sometimes the most powerful weapon is a person's worst nightmare. Number 4. The time I got reincarnated as a slime.
あったが、今日は全部忘れて食べて飲んで楽しんでくれ。
This anime's concept is unique and intriguing. When I first started watching this anime, I thought it was okay. But after a few moments, it became engrossing to the point where I watched all of the episodes on a consistent basis. We should start with the story of Satoru Mikami, who was murdered by a hoodlum and resurrected as a slime in a parallel universe. He gained new abilities after reincarnation. Hunter is his strongest ability, allowing him to eat anything and imitate anyone's appearance and expertise. Following his resurrection, he finds himself in a cavern where he uses his abilities to discover new information and abilities by eating random objects that were filling the cavern. He discovered a mythical serpent protected in the cavern after walking for half a month in the cavern and eating an excessive amount of beasts and other things. Because beasts don't have names, the mythical serpent and the slime became friends and gave each other names. From that point on, Rimuru, the slime, leaves the cavern and interacts with trolls and other beasts in the same way that people do. He lives with goblins and contributes to the creation of a peaceful realm in which beasts and humans can coexist. Number 3. Didn't I say to make my ability average?
今度こそ普通に平均値で過ごすんだ。
If you haven't seen this anime yet, you should do so right now. This one is one of the best animes I have ever seen, and it's also on my top anime list. This is the ideal anime illustration of a main character in action but attempting to hide it. The main character in this anime is a remarkable and bright young lady. This is why every understudy at his school despises her when they see his achievements. I had previously seen it and thoroughly enjoyed it. She died in Fenderbender as she did in every isekai anime. She then has a meeting with God. When God asked him what kind of a person he wanted to be in his next life, she said she wanted to be normal. She was then reincarnated as a normal young lady in a mysterious world to resume her normal life. She eventually realized that she is unquestionably not a normal person. Since God takes a normal of the most remarkable animal and the lowest force animal on the planet, her force is multiple times that of a normal person. It is for this reason that she stands out among the others. Number 2. One Punch Man. If you're a fan of anime, you're probably familiar with at least One Punch Man. In comparison to other anime, this one is exceptional. One Punch Man is a Japanese superhero franchise created by One. It tells the story of Saitama, a superhuman who can defeat any opponent with a single punch. In this anime, there is a saint named Sitaram who is unrelated to the main character. He lives in the city Z and pretends to be a saint in order to be happy. He has prepared himself to be able to defeat any foe with a single punch. The anime has 2 seasons, each with a fantastic story and action. Number 1. Nanatsu no Taizai.
魔人王と互角に渡り合うエスカノールだったが称号すぎる
The feared yet revered Holy Knights of Britannia use immensely powerful magic to protect the region of Britannia and its kingdoms in a world similar to the European Middle Ages. A small group of knights, however, is said to have betrayed their homeland and turned their blades against their comrades in an attempt to overthrow Lyon's ruler. The Holy Knights defeated them, but the rumors persisted that the legendary knights known as the Seven Deadly Sins were still alive. The Holy Knights staged their own coup d'etat 10 years later and thus became the new tyrannical rulers of the Kingdom of Lyon. The adventures of Elizabeth, the third princess of the Kingdom of Lyon, and her search for the 7 deadly sins are chronicled in Nanatsu no Taizai. She enlists their assistance not only to reclaim her kingdom from the Holy Knights, but also to seek justice in an unjust world. Well, that's the end of today's video. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button and comment below. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you're new to the channel to be notified when we upload more content.